On today's Local Matters, we head over to Three Harts Farm in South Plymouth, talk with some of the next generation of entrepreneurs at Plymouth's second annual Children's Business Fair, and talk about upcoming events and resources in our South Shore towns. I'm Elizabeth Shanahan-Jewett. Let's get started. We went on the local scene to Three Harts Farm in Plymouth to see what they've got growing on.
I just felt compelled to do something positive for my country. I never really did anything for my country. I've always taken everything for granted. Made lots of money, bought beautiful suits, traveled around the country, great life, bat boy for the Red Sox. I just felt like guilty that I've never really done anything for America. I just wanted to play my part and provide some type of service to veterans and just feel useful. Three Harts Farm is owned by the Nathan Hale Foundation. I started the Nathan Hale Foundation 19 years ago, this November 23rd. My grandfather was killed in action. He was killed in France on Thanksgiving Day, 1944, November 23rd. So that was kind of when I kicked it off, you know. And then 8 years ago, we bought Three Harts Farm. We've raised the money on our own, and the whole neighborhood's helped us, all the contractors in town, and we've gotten really, really far since then. Big purpose for us is to facilitate a beautiful place where, you know, people always come, they go, this is absolutely beautiful, this is like Zen. And so it's the best service that you could actually provide to the veterans is a beautiful facility where they can enjoy the day out with their family and bring their dog and have a cookout and play some pinball, play some pool and listen to great music and have a great time. A lot of people assume that the veterans come in here and plant everything, but it's really not the way we want it. We want to serve the veterans. We don't want them to serve us. We want to grow the stuff and we want to give it to veterans and also sell some of our crop to stay in existence here as a source of revenue for the foundation. My wife Diane, she'll give you guys a tour of the hydroponics, and she was a school teacher here in Plymouth for 35 years, so she's really good at giving you a good tour and explaining everything in detail.
Hi, I'm Diane Hart, and I'm the main grower here at Three Harts Farm. This is a hydroponic growing facility where we grow mainly lettuce and greens and some edible flowers. This is where it all starts. We take pelleted seeds with a tweezer and put them in every single hole. We bring them over here to the nursery. They stay here for 3 weeks in the nursery, and when 3 weeks is over, they're ready to be transplanted. So these are grow panels. Each channel has 2 pieces of foam rubber with a white felt strip in between. We take the seedlings and put them in between the 2 pieces of foam and make contact with the felt. There's a drip emitter at the top of each one of these. When we turn everything on, they'll drip behind each channel and make contact with the felt, which hold the seedlings. Down here are my favorite types of bib lettuce. Aren't they pretty? I turned into a lettuce geek. I've loved working here. I volunteer here. I wouldn't have it any other way. This is the best retirement place I could ever spend my time. And I have lots of help too.
You're getting a really good product. Everyone that comes here say, this is the best lettuce I've ever had in my life. This is the best basil I've ever had, the best Swiss chard I've ever had. They say our garlic, no one can grow garlic like us. It's just amazing garlic that we grow. We just started the farmer's market. We're gonna do it every single Thursday from 10 to 4 here at 232 Beaver Dam Road. But our farmer's market is gonna be a little bit different than most farmer's markets. So we have a lot of veterans that do grow at home because they've learned how to grow things here. And then they say, we have an overabundance of tomatoes and too many cucumbers. And so what they'll be able to do is come here, set up a table for free, sell their own crop, and just keep the money. We have a cookout every single Saturday, and it goes from 10 to 2. and it's a lot of fun. And then this fall, we're adding dinners Tuesday nights from 4 to 6. And we're adding another pinball machine. We already have one, but we're getting another one. We're starting pinball tournaments this winter, just kind of get people out of the house and play some pool and pinball and have a good time. I believe that this place in the future is going to bring a lot to the community and a lot to our veterans. One of the biggest ideas that we had was just build a place where they feel at ease and feel peace. If you notice when you walk around, there's water features are kind of everywhere. I think we have 8 of them, maybe even more. And then the sound of the wind in the trees and the ripple of the water at the pond across the street. And it's just kind of stimulate the brain cell stems and put you in a relaxation mode. A lot of veterans with post-traumatic stress and traumatic brain injuries, they're in a survival mode. They're kind of angry and uptight. And I notice whenever they come here, after like 10 minutes, they go, I'm so relaxed. I have so many veteran spouses that come out to me and go, my husband wants to come here. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. Doesn't want to go in town, doesn't want to go into Boston, doesn't want to do he just feels more comfortable just coming here. And that's a really good feeling when you know you've actually accomplished something like that and you've earned it, and it's wonderful.
Thank you, Chris and Diane, for this wonderful sanctuary and resource for veterans and our community. And to all who have served in our armed forces this week and every day, thank you for your commitment and service to our nation. 'Tis the season for the snow, the cold, and the colds. To help prevent a devastating public health impact of the flu and COVID-19 viruses this season, the Kingston Board of Health is offering flu and COVID-19 booster clinics. On November 10th, from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m., adults and seniors can visit the Kingston Council on Aging to receive their inoculation against this season's flu. Anyone 5 years or older can visit Kingston Town Hall on November 15th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. to receive the updated bivalent COVID-19 booster shot. These clinics are open to the community and not restricted to Kingston residents. No registration is required, but bring your insurance card and vaccination card. Find out more at kingstonma.gov. The Plymouth Philharmonic Orchestra kicks off America's hometown Thanksgiving celebrations with a concert at Memorial Hall on Friday, November 18th at 7 p.m. Featuring cherished American classics in the first half, Mozart's Violin Concerto No. 5 will follow, along with Vittorio Monti's Shardash, both featuring violinist Grant Houston. Visit the Phil's website to get your tickets. The Thanksgiving celebration continues on Saturday, November 19th with America's hometown Thanksgiving celebration parade. Linking our nation's indigenous and colonial history and heritage, the parade showcases floats representing America through the years, along with military bands and drum and bugle corps. Opening ceremonies are at 9:30 a.m. and the parade kicks off from Plymouth Rock at 10, winding its way through downtown Plymouth. Find additional details and events at usathanksgiving.com. Owning your own business is part of the American dream for many, and you're never too young to start gaining the skills to do just that. We went on the local scene to Plymouth's second annual Children's Business Fair to talk to the organizers and some local fifth graders with the spirit of entrepreneurship.
We are at Plymouth South High School celebrating the second annual Children's Business Fair for fifth graders in the town of Plymouth. The Children's Business Fair is an opportunity for fifth graders to showcase their talents, but it's also really for the Economic Development Foundation an opportunity for us to help foster the skills that these kids are going to need later in life as small business owners and as entrepreneurs.
I found out through school, one day there was a paper that went out in our mailboxes and it said, there's a business fair, so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to make dog treats. I made my business because I have a dog and I just love making things for my dog, and my dog never had anything to snack on, so I made dog treats.
I'm a teacher at Indian Brook Elementary School, which is one of the larger schools in Plymouth. We had a fantastic response to the business fair, we ended up having about 50-something kids that wanted to participate. We had everything from partners to single entrepreneurs, and it's just been really exciting to go through the process with them.
We not only have some excellent sponsors, but we had some amazing mentors. We had some business leaders come in and meet with these students about a month ago. We gave them insight for what type of sign they should have, maybe think about their business name, the type of product, the price point, what type of a profit that they want to make by the end of the night. So the business community really rallied behind this thanks to the Chamber of Commerce, and they really got their fingers into these kids' business plans, and that's what's produced this successful event tonight.
So we have paired up our 5th grade entrepreneurs with a number of our members who volunteered their time to be mentors. We had a mentor night, which was a huge success. It was a great collaboration, and our business owners were so excited to be a part of it. Also, we are doing a cash mob tonight, so a lot of our members are here trying to help support the 5th grade entrepreneurs and our future chamber members.
What inspired me to become a mentor for this awesome event is the kids themselves. The kids themselves have such a wonderful creativity about them, and I love the idea of encouraging that creativity, encouraging their entrepreneurial spirit, and most of all, just their feeling of empowerment that they can do things. And the fact that so many organizations come together to make this happen is it's just inspiring all in and of itself.
So my business idea is about gnomes, and I've always liked gnomes. They've always been really cute to me. And I really like a movie that has gnomes in it, so that's how I came up with the idea. We use socks, and we stuff them with rice, and then we use fluffing to make them bigger. And then we decorated them with different types of mustaches and beads and stuff. So when I went into 5th grade, there was these pictures on the wall of a business fair, and everyone was asking what it was. And by then, I knew that I wanted to do something about gnomes. So that's how I kind of did that.
There's a big conversation in the country about whether college is necessary for many, right? Whether they want to incur that type of a cost. Learning will never end, and that's one reason why we're doing this event, so we can teach these students how to produce something positive in society to perhaps become job creators themselves. So many of these people who are in the room tonight, they will be our business leaders, they will be our civic leaders, they will be our government leaders. I'm the Director of Economic Development, and one of these students here tonight will be my successor, I'm sure of it.
Teaching children to have an entrepreneurial mindset, again, I think it comes down to giving them the permission and the empowerment to think outside the box, to have big ideas, to be creative, and to just have a spirit of a can-do, that they can contribute something unique and something special, because every child is unique and special in their own way. We all have something unique and special to offer the world, and I think that encouraging this kind of an idea with children is just, it's a win-win in trying to cultivate that kind of a mindset.
It's been a great opportunity for them to learn about finance, to learn about managing their money, to really think about how much they want to budget toward their products and their business as a whole. It's really helped them to prepare to be collaborators in the future. They're going to be supportive and learn to support their fellow classmates and their fellow community. And I think that it teaches them that it's okay to take a risk and to express themselves. And it's also important to find their passion.
There's people out there that can support you. Ask for help. Ask people that you're connected with that you can draw from and learn from. So, positive mindset, and don't be afraid to connect with other people and ask for help.
Me and my friend Wes, were going to make cookies, and we decided to name it Penn West Cookie Kings. We're selling sugar cookies, chocolate chip cookies dipped in melted chocolate, and vegan chocolate chip cookies.
Small businesses exist to solve problems. A lot of small business owners don't necessarily see it that way, but when I'm hungry, I go to a restaurant. They're solving a hunger problem for me. A lot of these students are aware of problems that frankly many adults aren't even aware of. And some of the solutions that we're seeing come out of these business proposals, they will change society.
So teaching children to have an entrepreneurial spirit benefits the future economy, and it benefits our community because it creates a vibrant community and it creates a vibrant economy. The children, they're the ones that are going to be coming up into they're going to be consumers, they're going to be hopefully business owners. We want to help cultivate an idea of inspiration, and again, a can-do idea. They can bring something to the table, they can be active participants in their communities. So showing them that that's possible and showing them the value of that so early, at such an early age, that can only build a better foundation towards that in the future.
This has just been a fantastic process to be a part of and to go through. It's been great to see the kids grow through this process, to build confidence in themselves and in their ideas. It's been an unbelievable way to bring the town together. You know, we're such a big town, and now kids know each other from north, from south, and the teachers have really gotten to kind of mingle with some of the students around the town, so it's just been a great experience.
So the most interesting and exciting product I think I've seen so far tonight is a young man who is making soap, but he's selling it tonight because earlier in the summer he went down to the Waterfront Festival and he saw some of the vendors that were selling soap. The price point was seemingly a little high for him and what his allowance, so he went out and researched it, and now he's selling soap tonight for half the price what he saw at the Waterfront Festival, and what I would say is twice the quality.
But the most interesting booth I have come across is there is an entrepreneur who is selling photography in a beautiful book, and I cannot wait to go over and purchase that book, and it's pictures of places around town. So it is beautifully done. I think that's a great creative idea, and I have not seen anything like it before around for our 5th grade entrepreneurs.
So I've seen a lot of great ideas. I've seen everything from homemade jewelry. I've seen Asian food, a student who brought some of his ethnicity and his family to the business fair, which was great. I've seen just some beautiful artwork. It's just amazing. You just don't realize that the kids have the talent that they have. So it's really been eye-opening for me to see.
No, I really want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Brabo Insurance, Tech Etch, Chimney Chap, Keith Brothers Plumbing, and Hannon and Murphy Insurance. Without them, I don't know that we would have pulled this together. But even more importantly than the money, it's the students and the teachers that help pull this together. So thank you so much to the teachers and the students and their families to make this a success.
In October of 1998, in a prairie outside of Laramie, Wyoming, Matthew Shepard, a gay 21-year-old student at the University of Wyoming, was robbed, tied to a fence post, beaten, and left alone to die. The 2000 play, The Laramie Project, by Moises Kaufman and members of the Tectonic Theater Project sought to understand this horrible hate crime. Drawing on interviews with residents of Laramie, published news reports, and theater company members' journals, more than 60 characters are portrayed in this powerful 3-act play. On November 17th, 18th, and 19th, see this compelling contemporary play performed in the Black Box Theater of the Plymouth South Theater Guild. Tickets are available online and can be found on the Plymouth South High School Theater Guild Facebook page. Spectacular foliage, sweater weather, and nature's transition of autumn into winter makes us reflect and refocus too. To wax poetic and linger on the season, join former English Department Chair Roz Kubek on November 16th at 2 p.m. for Seasonal Poetry of Autumn and Winter, an online reading and discussion of modern poems with autumn and winter as their theme. No experience or pre-reading is needed. This event is hosted by the Pembroke Public Library. Visit their website to register. Ebenezer Scrooge's journey from humbug to happy through a heady night of ghostly visitations is a Yuletide redemption story tradition for many of us. So many film adaptations have been made of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol over the years that from Alastair Sim, Basil Rathbone, to Scrooge McDuck and Jim Carrey, there are multiple choices for your own personal favorite Scrooge. This year, the Art Complex in Duxbury has a Christmas Carol with a twist you may never have seen before, a puppet show. On November 27th, warm your heart at the performance of this holiday classic by the Puppet People, featuring handcrafted marionettes, intricate masks, lavish costumes, and more. There will be 2 performances of this free show, 1:30 and 2:45 p.m. Visit artcomplex.org for additional details. Putting creative thought to paper can be a fulfilling and therapeutic form of self-expression. While writing is often considered a solitary pursuit, being part of a writing group can help with feedback, encouragement, and sticking to it. Beginning on November 28th at 1 p.m., the Kingston Council on Aging will host a new senior writing group. Poetry, prose, memoir, or fiction, the form is up to you. To reserve your spot, speak with Brenda Fitzgerald at 781-831-6042. Age wrinkles the body, quitting wrinkles the soul. Sage words from General Douglas MacArthur, one of only a handful of individuals to achieve a 5-star rank. During his long and complex military career, MacArthur was both heralded as a genius and criticized as arrogant and insubordinate. What is true is that he had no equal on the battlefield. On November 22nd at 7 p.m., join author Michael Quinlan at the Plymouth Public Library for American Caesar, Douglas MacArthur, The Complicated Life of America's Most Famous General. A naval aviator for 20 years, Mr. Quinlan will present stories and details about America's most legendary and highly decorated general. Registration is required for this event. Visit plymouthpubliclibrary.org. Dutch post-impressionist artist Vincent van Gogh became one of the most well-known figures in Western art, only after his death. His landscapes, still lives, and unique brushstrokes are familiar to even the most casual art lover. But he also suffered from debilitating mental illness, which impacted his relationships, his health, and his work. Join the Duxbury Senior Center on November 16th for Art for Your Mind, the visionary Van Gogh, when you'll learn more about this brilliant, troubled artist, his innovative painting, and his lasting influence. Visit the center's website to register. Learning a new language is easiest for little ones and has cognitive and social benefits that can last a lifetime. Spanish Fun for Toddlers at the Pembroke Public Library is an interactive class that introduces Espanol through songs, games, and play. Toddlers aged 2 through 4 and their caregivers are welcome to attend on November 14th at 3:30 p.m. No registration is required for this drop-in event. Cumulonimbus clouds, thunder and lightning, tornadoes, and waterspouts. Beautiful, fascinating, and sometimes dangerous and terrifying, but for some, the basis of an entire career. Meteorologist Matthew Capucci became obsessed with weather as a 7-year-old living in Plymouth and pursued his passion to become the youngest ever presenter at the American Meteorological Society. He also designed and implemented the first undergraduate program in atmospheric sciences at Harvard University. On November 15th, don't miss an evening with Matthew Capucci, a storm-chasing weather nerd, as he shares his stories and adventures at Plymouth South High School from 6:45 to 8 p.m. This event is sponsored by the Plymouth Education Foundation. Visit the Eventbrite page to get your tickets. Friends and a movie, the perfect way to spend an afternoon. Head over to the Kingston Council on Aging, the first and third Wednesdays of every month for an afternoon at the movies. The upcoming feature on November 16th will be Nomadland, about a woman in her 60s who loses everything, but then reframes her life as a van-dwelling nomad exploring the American West. The show runs from 1 to 4 p.m. in the activity room. Registration is required. Call Brenda Fitzgerald at 781-831-6042. Nearly 47% of adults in their 40s and 50s have a parent age 65 or older and are also either raising a young child or financially supporting one or more who are grown. Caring for our beloved older family members while also caring for our beloved younger family members can leave little time or energy to care for ourselves. During National Family Caregivers Month, the Plymouth Center for Active Living offers the presentation Explore Ways to Take Care of You on November 10th at 1 p.m. Geared toward members of this sandwich generation, topics include family support programs, care management, and more. Come back to PCAL on November 15th to enjoy a thank you luncheon for family caregivers and a presentation by guest speaker Loretta LaRoche, Caring for the Caregiver. Registration is required. Call Cal at 508-830-4230, extension 115 to sign up. And that's what's good and good to know this week in our community. If you'd like to see more content from the local scene, follow us on YouTube and social media at The Local Scene by PACTV. That wraps this episode of Local Matters. I'm Elizabeth. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. We are grateful for your attention. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe to The Local Scene here and share everywhere. Thank you, friends.